my channel. I'm Naysha Nicole, and on my channel I give you guys story times, lifestyle tips, and anything else I want to put on my channel. So okay you guys, in this video I'm going to give you guys tips and advice on finding the right beauty school for you. So I've been getting a lot of feedback from my client horror stories from girls who are in the beauty industry, girls who are interested in the beauty industry, or just people who are just interested about the beauty industry. So I figured I might as well make a video for those girls who are not yet in the beauty industry and haven't been to school yet and don't know how to go about that. So basically, I'm gonna be your big sister, your auntie, your homegirl who's gonna help you out on finding the right school that fits you and fits your needs and wants to get into the beauty industry. I definitely did my research before I entered into the beauty industry and before I picked a school that fitted my needs and all that. So I do have a lot of knowledge on finding the right beauty school for you guys. And yeah, so this is what this video is about. Continue watching. But before I get into this video, I do want to say thank you guys for subscribing and continuing to watch my videos. We are going up in subscribers. I did put the sub count that we are currently at right now, if you guys want to check that out in the description down low. And yes, you guys, thank you again for the support. So of course you guys, I have my phone with me so I could remember all the tips I have for you guys and that I don't forget anything. So the first thing I want to tell you guys that you should be doing first before anything else is going to Google and typing in schools near you in your area, and basically searching the schools that are in your area that you are interested in, and basically finding the schools that you want to go to their website and basically be a detective and go search all through their website and see what they have to offer, what are they saying on their website, because the questions that you might have already might be answered on that actual website, on the school website that you're looking at. Number two, make a list of questions you have, because when you go on the website, I know me personally, I might have questions that pop up in my head. If I forget to write those questions down somewhere, I'm gonna forget all about those questions. So make a list of the questions that you have in mind already. And some questions basically are like, how long is the program going to be for that school that you found? And what will you be learning in that school? Every school is different. You might be interested in 2 to 3 things that you want to do in the beauty industry, but that school in particular is only offering you maybe one of those things. So always have a list. Number 3, the cost of the school. So this is very important because every school is different. So like if you have a set amount that you want to just spend on beauty school, you don't want to go over an X amount of money, because you know that after beauty school you're going to be the one paying it and it's going to be, you know, difficult for you to pay that amount. You want to know how much that beauty school would cost you. And also, if you're worried about how you're going to pay for beauty school, find out if your school has financial aid, if they have scholarships or grants. The school I chose for myself actually did have financial aid and grants and a few other things, which was an added bonus for myself because I knew I was going to be paying for beauty school all by myself, and so that was very important for me to find out. You also want to know if they include the kit into your tuition. If they include the kit into your tuition, then great, whatever. You're paying more money for a kit, which I feel like should be included in your tuition, because beauty school is not cheap, you guys. So, but there are definitely some schools who make you pay separately. So that's something you definitely need to know as well. And so, yeah, write that down on your list to know, girl, because you don't want to be bomb rushed with an extra fee and feel like, oh my gosh, this is so expensive. Because one, yeah, beauty school is expensive. And if you have to pay extra fees for something you think is included, then you're going to be really like irritated. You guys, number 4 is tardiness, which is my favorite. No, but tardiness, how many times can you be late for school, for beauty school? And how many times can you miss beauty school? Like, for example, if you want to go on a vacation, or if you're sick, or if you just have to do something and you're missing out on school, how many times can you miss school to where you're still enrolled and they're not kicking you out of school, girl? Because even if you get kids out of school, at a beauty school, you're still gonna have to pay that tuition at the end of the day. So find out how many days can you miss out of beauty school before that even happens, and how do you go about that? I know at my beauty school you had a certain amount of days. I want to say it was about 6 or 7 days. I could be wrong. It's either 6 or 7 days or less that you could miss at my beauty school before they kick you out. Like, there were a few girls at my beauty school who would miss like 3-4 days and then come like the 5th day so they wouldn't get kicked out, and then miss another 2 or 3 days. Those girls, whatever, good luck to them. I don't know where they're at now. But yeah, so make sure you find that out as well, because I didn't know that you can get kicked out of beauty school if you miss too many days until I was in beauty school. Another one with tardiness is how many times can you be late, right? At my beauty school, there were plenty of times where I was late. And if you guys haven't checked out one of my earliest videos, I'll link the video above here, and you guys could watch how I explained how I was always late and I had to make up hours. So at my beauty school, I was able to make up those hours and yeah, get caught up basically on the time I was supposed to graduate for beauty school, you guys, because you might think, oh, I'm only 10-30 minutes late every other day. Well, that time adds up and you will eventually have to make up those hours. At least at my beauty school I had to. So yeah, keep that in mind, you guys. All right, and then the number 5 advice tip I have to give to you guys is know about the class schedule that you guys have at your beauty school. So when I went to beauty school, I had to go Monday to Thursday 4 days straight, and I had the weekend off Friday to Sunday, and that was basically the only schedule at the time when I signed up that my school offered us. Now towards the end of my beauty school, I know the school that I went to, they started opening up a schedule for just the weekend and longer hours, or you could do the normal Monday to Thursday like how I did. You definitely want to know if it's a full-time school, if it's an option to be full-time or part-time. So this is really important, because if you have kids or if you work another job while going to school, most people who go to beauty school, they actually have another life outside of school. They have a family, they have to work to pay that tuition once they graduate beauty school. So you guys, find out if your school that you want to go to is a part-time, is a full-time. Can you only go on the weekends? Do you have to go throughout the week? Can you go in the morning? Can you go in the evening? Figure out if their schedule works for you so you can finish school on time and get started in the beauty industry. So number 6, you guys, do they go on field trips or do they have guest speakers? So before I even went to beauty school, none of this was in mind, like for me, because I figured, well, why do we need to go on field trips? Why do I need guest speakers to come to my beauty school? And actually you do. It does help you guys with going on field trips. It does put yourself out there and gets you into that environment to see what to kind of expect when you're done with school. So I think going on field trips while you're in beauty school is very important. And also having guest speakers come into your school, because there were plenty of times where we were focused on one subject, and then one day it's like, oh, you guys have a guest speaker coming in today, blah blah blah, and we're like, well, whatever, we won't have to do book work. The guest speaker that would come to our school is basically giving us tips on what to expect in the beauty industry, giving us advice on brands we should use or that we might like. And a lot of you guys know that originally when I entered beauty school, when I signed myself up for beauty school, I originally only went for eyelashes, and I soon learned that I did like facial waxing, and I am interested in eyebrows and all that kind of sort. And honestly guys, I found this all out through a guest speaker. There were all kinds of guest speakers coming to our school and showing us different products for waxing, for skincare. And so yeah, I think having a guest speaker is very important, because you might find out that you actually like something else besides that one thing that you signed up for school for, which doesn't hurt, because again, it does cost a lot of money for beauty school, and why not add on to your belt, you know what I mean, to like add on more services to what you provide once you get out of school. Another tip or advice I want to give you guys is, do they help you find jobs, right? So find a school that has a career center and that's going to help you find a career or a job for once you get out of beauty school. Because think about it, you're paying all this money, girl, and you're like, damn, they're gonna give me a certain amount of time to pay this money back if you're not paying payments every month, which is an option as well that I had at my school, to do payments of your tuition while you're in school. Honestly, that wasn't my parte. I wasn't trying to do all that. I wanted to focus on school, continue work, and my personal life, you know, deal with that, and I was gonna pay after. So if you're like me and you're like, okay, I want to pay my tuition later, right, and I want to focus on finding my job / career after I'm out of school, well, figure out if the school you want to go to has a career center or has a person that works there just for that and helping you finding a job right after beauty school, or even helping you find a job while you're in school. You guys, because to my surprise, there were a good amount of girls that I went to beauty school with who didn't have a job, and there were young girls who lived with their parents, so you know, they weren't really like focused on working, like their parents paid for their school, so all they had to do was go to school and focus on that. So while you're in beauty school, find out if they have a career center for you guys, because one, you can always find a job while you're in beauty school and make a little extra money, and then they can help you find a job after. Which the school that I went to and I chose to go to had a career center and had a person who would just help the students find a job while they were in school, while they were out of school, preparing us to be ready for the beauty industry, preparing us to dress a certain way, what to say, to set up our resume and all that. But me being me, you guys, I ended up finding a job right after school, a week after my last day of school, because I am so self-efficient and I do have great work ethic, and if I put my mind to something, I'm definitely going to do that. And I just to myself was like, you know, if I'm going to school all this time, I might as well put the effort in and finding a job. Yes, my career person at my school helped me out with my resume. I had a teacher who also helped me out with my resume and looked over it for me. Shout out to you. And you know, they give you guys tips and all that. So this is a main tip, main advice that I want to give you as well. Make sure your beauty school has a career center, girl, because you don't want to go to school for all that time and spend all that money and then not know what to do and not know how to get yourself an interview at a beauty salon. All right, on to the next one, you guys. Call your school. Once you find out a couple schools that you're interested in and you want to go to that school, call the school that you want to go to and that you're interested in and see if you can go on a tour. Actually go inside that school and see if you like the environment, the vibe of the school, if you like the teachers, the front desk, the people, and all that kind. All right, you guys, next one. Make a list of your wants and your needs that you want from a beauty school. Like, which school has that? Which school has this? If you want a school that's closer to your home and you're worried about the commute and the location, make sure that school that you're looking at has the distance that you want. If you don't want to drive that far out to beauty school, if you want a school that's 10-15 minutes away from you. And if you work and you go to school and say you chose to go to beauty school in the evening because you have work in the morning, is it closer to your work? Is it gonna take you 10 minutes, 30 minutes to get from your job to school? Make sure that all this comes to mind when you're picking your beauty school. Also, this is another important fact that you should always look for when you're looking for any beauty school. So make sure the beauty school you choose is focusing on things that you want. So for example, there's schools like Paul Mitchell who mainly focuses on hair, and they have a certain way that they teach you how to do hair. There's schools that are mainly about nails. There's schools that are mainly about skincare and waxing. Now, if you're a lash artist like me and you want to know Okay, what schools really focus on lash extensions? Make sure you ask some questions about that. This is something that I didn't do and I forgot to do because I just figured that it was just going to happen. I was going to focus on eyelash extensions for a good amount of time, and I didn't. I think we focused on eyelash extensions for maybe like 3 days, you guys, and we had the option to practice on each other, but we really didn't focus on the main thing that I signed up for beauty school for. Yeah, if you're interested in, say, eyelash extensions like myself, make sure you call and you ask them and you say, hey, are you guys focusing on just skincare and hair, or will we be learning about eyelash extensions as well, and how long? Fortunately for me, and I think a lot of schools also do this, we actually had someone come in and offer a eyelash extension class and offer us to learn that while we were in beauty school for a small fee, but it was an option, which, like I said before, it is good to find out if the beauty school that you want to go to has guest speakers coming to your school, because we did actually have a good amount of people come in to our school, teach us things, offer us things, and you also get discounts from these guest speakers when they come in. Yes, you're spending more money, but to be honest with you guys, you're going to be spending a lot of money for beauty school while you're in beauty school, so it really doesn't matter, I think. Like, for example, if you're a future lash artist and you were like me and you wanted to sign up for a beauty school to get in the beauty industry because you wanted to be a future lash artist, and you want to know, do they teach lash extensions at this school, and for how long, and what kind of style will you be learning? So for me personally, you guys, my beauty school only taught one style, which was classic, and they did have someone come in and we had to pay a small fee, like I said before, to learn the volume technique. But to be honest, you guys, not a lot of beauty schools or not a lot of trainings in general will teach you all four. It's always like you are taught classic only at school or in a training, or you're only taught volume lashes in a training class. I think I know about maybe 2 or 3 companies or training classes that teach you all four, which one of them is the company that I actually work for. We do teach classic, mixed or hybrid lashes, volume lashes, and mega volume lashes. But while you're in beauty school, if you kind of have an idea of what kind of styles and techniques you want to learn as a lash artist, keep in mind that it's very rare that a beauty school would teach you all four, or that it's very rare that they might teach you 2. And the 2 that you might learn is maybe only classic lashes and volume lashes, which I think is crazy, only because now me being in the beauty industry and for how long I've been in it, which is not that long, but long enough to know that a lot of people actually love mixed lashes or hybrid lashes. And for you to not be taught that in beauty school or even in a training class is just bizarre to me. But if that's something you want to know, and that's a freaking hidden tip for you guys, a lot of women love to get their hybrid lashes and their mixed lashes or whatever. So if that is something you want to know as a lash artist, a future lash artist, then that's something you need to ask while you're at your tour or when you call your future beauty school. Number 10. So the next tip, you guys, is find out the reputation for the beauty school you want to go to. So does this beauty school that you want to go to, do they have a great reputation? What have you heard about this school? Do you need to be around an environment that, you know, is 100% good and positive all the time? Is it important for you to be around students and classmates that seem happy and excited to be there, you guys? This is something you need to know and ask yourself beforehand before signing up and paying a tuition for a beauty school. Which brings me back to why I say always go and call your school and see if you can go on a tour and, you know, schedule a time where you can go in and walk in and see how everyone's interacting with each other. Are they being friendly? Are they nice to each other? Or are they bitchy? Do they look upset to be at school? And me personally, I didn't really care if my classmates were all, you know, chippy and all excited to be there and was happy all the time, because honestly, I was signing up for beauty school for myself. And I do definitely protect my energy at all costs, which you should too, girl, because you never know who you might interact with, who's having a bad day or who's going through something. But if that is important for you, to be around people who are happy to be at school and who are always excited and happy, this is something that you need to keep in mind when looking for your beauty school. But to be real, 9 times out of 10, when you're going to school and you're seeing the same people who have different personalities and people do have bad days, you're not always gonna be around a positive environment. And there are girls who are gonna be bitchy, and girls who are gonna have bad attitudes and think they're better than everyone, or girls who are just gloomy and depressed. Like, you know, we're emotional, women are emotional, and it happens. So my last advice for you guys is look online for their reviews. Now, these will mainly be from clients who have been to them, and see what the clients say. And one thing, you guys, that I'm gonna also add in there too, is if you want to go a step ahead of just looking at reviews online, you could actually call at the beauty school that you're interested in, make yourself an appointment for a service that maybe you want to get a facial because you're into skincare. You could set an appointment for that service. These services obviously are a lot cheaper because it is a beauty school, and so they're not going to charge you like $100 or $80, whatever. It's very affordable, very cheap, maybe $20 at that. You know, set yourself an appointment for a service, get in there, see how they actually treat you as a client, see how you like the environment, because if you're getting a service, you're gonna be there for a couple of hours, so you can get an idea of what you are to expect as a student. You can even, you know, get an idea of how your environment is gonna be while you're in that school. So yeah, girl, you could be a little detective or whatever, and you could go into this beauty school and not even say, hey, I want to be a student here, blah, blah, blah. Just ask questions and stuff like that, and see how they treat you, and see how the environment is, how the girls talk to each other in the hallways, how the teachers talk to the students, because there are going to be teachers walking around the hallways. You're going to get the full experience of as if you were already signed up and going to that school anyway. So all in all, you guys, regardless of whatever beauty school you choose to go to, you actually learn the most when you're at a beauty school and when you're in an actual salon and you're hands-on and you're working and you get that full experience. So yes, all these tips and advice that I've said before are great, and you need to know this, and you know, make sure you find out all this information before you sign up for a beauty school and pay that tuition. You won't really learn and get as good, obviously, until you're at a beauty school. If you don't find a school that does fit your needs or your wants, sorry to say, but just pick a school, you guys, because in most states you do need a license. You do need to be a licensed lash artist, a nail tech, a hairstylist to be working on someone and getting paid for that service. So just pick a school, finish school, you guys, and take additional training. You should be taking trainings at least once or twice a year after beauty school, so you can get better and better. And so yeah, finding a beauty school is important, but it is just a stepping stone to get your license and to get your foot into the beauty industry, so you can just say, yes, I have my paper. But the paper does not make you a good lash artist, a good lash tech, a good hairstylist, a good nail tech. It just says you have a paper to work on people and to get paid for the actual service. So like I said, pick a school that you are okay with, but know you're going to be paying and investing your money and time into additional training anyways. So yeah, you guys, that was the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, thank you for supporting my channel. I'm here to help you guys out. If you have any other questions, please do like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Share this video to anyone you know who is interested in the beauty industry, or who just loves to watch videos like this, you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.